Hey y'all, it's Hans. Welcome back. If you saw the title of this video and you just didn't click on it blindly, yes, we are talking about another thermal optic. It is a thermal monocular from AGM Global Vision. But before we get into it, I want to tell you, man, I so much enjoy bringing you these videos, whether we're talking about thermal, night vision, hunting hogs, hunting coyotes at night, whatever we're doing. I so much appreciate you tuning in all the time, watching these videos, when you leave comments, when you call into Outdoor Legacy and you talk to me about what scopes should you buy, and you mention, hey, I watch your videos, love your videos. I have to pinch myself. I tell you every time that I talk to one of you that watch the videos, whether you're watching the Late Night Vision Show podcast, that's a show that Jason and I put on, Jason being the owner of Outdoor Legacy. I do work for Outdoor Legacy, so I do take phone calls all day, every day, talking about night vision and thermal optics. And again, we're talking about the AGM Sidewinders today. But man, it is such a pleasure. I pinch myself every time I get to talk about what I do. When people ask, hey, what do you do for a living? Man, I get to hunt at night. I get to talk about some of the coolest technology out on the market. If you're a hunter, this is a great time to be alive. So with all that mushy stuff out on the side, let's get into it. If you are looking for a night vision or thermal optic, there's so many choices out there. So many people are confused. Sometimes you might watch this video and call and say, you know what? I'm even more confused than I was before I watched your video. And that's understandable. There's just a lot to know. There's a lot to take into account. But we're here to help. You can call 877-350-1818. You can talk to me. You can talk to the owner of the company, Jason Robertson, like I said, who also does the podcast, or our other salesman, Ashley. We're here to help. We're here to make this decision a little bit easier. So if you're in the market for a thermal monocular and you clicked on this video for a reason, we are here to talk about the AGM Sidewinders. This is a thermal monocular. There's 4 different models. So we're going to talk a little bit about each model, some of the advantages, the highlights. This isn't a full in-depth review of all 4 models. There's just a lot to cover. This is touching on some of the advantages of this, maybe talk about a couple of disadvantages. If you want to see the full review, hop on over to the Late Night Vision Show podcast. You can search for it on Google. Just type in the Late Night Vision Show and type in Sidewinder. That'll bring up our episodes, our full reviews of this unit. So let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about the 4 models. So this is the AGM Sidewinder. The first one, you have the TM25-384. You've got the TM35-384. That's the 2 384 resolution models. Those are the standard resolution. And then the other 2 models, you jump up into 640 resolution. So you have the AGM Sidewinder TM35-640. That's what this is right here. I'm sorry, this is the 50. And you got the Sidewinder TM50-640. Those are the 2 640. So you got 2 384 models, 384 resolution, and you got 2 640 resolution models. Now, the 384 resolution models, what's the difference between those 2? Not much, just magnification. So the TM25-384, that's a 2-16 power. The TM35-384, that's a 3-24 power. So, the difference only being the magnification. Everything else is the same. The picture image, the features, the battery system, all completely the same. Now, the 2 640 resolution models, well, what's the difference between the TM35 and the TM50? Really, only just the magnification. The TM35 is a 2-16 power. The TM50 is a 2.5-16 power. So you're going to find that if you are hunting in very tight conditions, heavily wooded, in areas where you can't see 1,000 yards in all direction, you're going to want the lower magnification. Most people need either the 2 or 2.5 power magnification. If you're hunting in wide open spaces, you can see a long ways, you probably want to get the 3 power, or if you're wanting a 640 optic, the 2.5 power. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about the prices. So the 2 640 resolution models, obviously they're going to be higher price because it's higher resolution and all that. But the TM, I'm going to work backwards here. The TM35-640, the price on that is $29.95. The TM50-640, that one is $34.95. So those are just under $3,000 for the 2-16 power. just under $3,500 for the 2.5 to 16 power. So I'm sorry, 2.5 to 20 power. So the two 384 resolution models, those are, and that is the TM25-384. That one's $1,995, just under $2,000. And then the TM35-384, that one is $2,195. So just a couple $100 difference there. So all that information out on the table. There it is. I mean, we've got all the boring stuff out. What do you think, and what are we talking about when we're talking about what do you get and what do you expect with the Sidewinder line, and what is the advantage? First and foremost, what you're going to find and what we're going to talk about as being a huge positive is the fact that it runs on an 18650 rechargeable battery. Comes with 2 batteries and a charging base. That is awesome. You're going to get about 7 hours of runtime on a single 18650 battery that you can take out. It's fully removable. Those batteries can be found anywhere. They're very inexpensive, and you can have a whole pocket full of them. So that is a great advantage for the Sidewinders. The picture image on them are very good. These optics, that being the two 384 resolution models and the two 640 resolution models, they will be part of our show on the Late Night Vision Show, where we talk about the best of for the year. These will make the list as some of the best thermal monoculars on the market at their prospective prices, that being, $2,000, $2,200, and $3,000 and $3,500. So great picture image out of all of these units, I will say. And you're seeing video, I'm showing video as I'm talking. Really impressed with what you can expect with the 384 resolution models and the difference that you're going to get between that and the 640. I would say the ID range with the 384 resolution models is going to be, on a coyote, a small animal, conservatively, anywhere between 200 and 300 yards with the 384 resolution models. And you may say, that's all I need. It's perfect. That's exactly what I need. I don't need any more. Now, if you need to be able to ID further, the 640 resolution models, both of them, that being the 2 power base and the 2.5 power base, those are going to be about 400 to 500 yards. So you're going to get almost double the ID range between the 384 and the 640. So that's what you get. That's what an extra $1,000, or that's what an extra $1,500 gets you. Gets you more ID range. It gets you more detection range. And it does. The shorter range stuff is going to look sharper and more clean. It's just because there's way more pixels on the screen with the 640 resolution model. But yes, they do. The picture image is great. The ID range is very good with these, even at the 384 resolution range. We talked about the batteries. The 18650 does record video, audio, Wi-Fi. Does come with the AGM 5-year warranty, so that is a great feature for this. Very, very well constructed, very well built. Doesn't feel cheap and plasticky, if that's a word. 4-button layout on top, widely spaced and raised. If you got gloves, you're going to be able to do it. All you cold weather guys, always wearing gloves. Heck, I'm wearing gloves in 50-degree weather, and y'all are laughing, but that's okay. You can wear gloves and operate this unit very easily in the cold. You say, well, it's a little bit bigger than some of the monoculars on the market. True, it's comparable to some, but it's bigger than others. This can, and what I do often, slip it in a coat pocket, slip it in my back pocket when I'm ready to take a shot. I can easily put this thing away. So I'm not really concerned about the size, but if you're looking for a smaller monocular, AGM does have some other monoculars that are a little bit smaller, not much smaller. But the fact that it is small enough to carry, throw in a backpack. If you're using something, not just for hunting, not everybody that uses thermal is just hunting. If you need to put it in a backpack, somewhere in your car, if you're out camping or traveling, you can tuck this thing away very nice and discreetly. I will say that. So we talked about the 5-year warranty. AGM does have a facility here in the United States. If there's ever an issue, a repair needs to be done, or whatever, you're not having to send this thing all over the world. It's going back to one of their facilities here in the United States. But we test all these optics. We don't just review them. We hunt with them. I've been using this 50 model 640 for the last gosh, 2 months now. I've had it out, you know, several times a week. When I'm out, you know, hunting or just getting video or whatever I need to do, I use this thing a lot. We got a ton of video that we're showing, and we're going to be showing even more on, we did show even more on the podcast that we did. So if you want to see more video, you can go check that out. But the fact that these are good price points, again, the 384 resolution models at just under $2,000 and just under $2,200, and then the two 640 resolution models that are just under $3,000 and just under $3,500. They are at a lower price point than some of their competitors, but still getting great features. The great thing, and when people call up, the biggest thing or the biggest advantage to them that we hear about, not just the great picture quality, is the 18650 battery. And I hope that more manufacturers follow suit and jump in on that, because that's really what consumers want. I understand that proprietary batteries is part of it, and that's you know, internal batteries, non-removable batteries is a part of the industry and will remain. But man, being able to take that 18650 out is a great deal. We've talked about all the advantages. Great picture image, price is great, warranty is great, usability, functionality, user-friendly, all of that. I'd say the only really disadvantage, and again, this isn't the full review, the hand strap isn't great. It'd be nice if it had a padded hand strap on the side. That would be the biggest thing. I would say it would be a disadvantage. Not that big of a deal, to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't get overly excited about hand straps, but it would be nice to have the padded hand strap. But if I had to change one thing, that's the only thing I would change. So that's a pretty good assessment, you know, of an optic that has been out for a while now, and a lot of people have feedback. There's a lot of videos on. So this isn't brand new. I mean, it hasn't been on the market a long time, but it's not brand new. We've had time to put it through its paces and put it through the ringer, and we've definitely done that. So the AGM Sidewinders, the 4 different models, if you are like some people that call in and say, Hans, I'm even more confused now than I was before. That's understandable. I confuse myself sometimes, y'all. I get my tongue twisted all in knots. My brain's all in knots. There's so many different things going on. But get us on the phone. We can talk through it. So that has been not a formal review, but I'd say an introduction and a discussion and a comparison of the models. All the features are the same between the models, again, with the battery setup, the video and audio, the color palettes, all that's the same. Really just the differences between the 4 different models are the magnification and the resolution. You got 2 384 resolution models, and you got 2 640 resolution models. So it's easier, a little bit easier to understand than some of the other things out there on the market. But again, thank y'all for watching. This has been Hans on the HansETX YouTube channel, talking about scopes, talking about monoculars. We are continuing on. We've got some breaking news. We got some big news. It's going into the end of the year. New optics are being discussed. What's going to be out for 2020? What year are we in? 2024, I guess, going into a new year. So we will be discussing it here. We will be reviewing it here. And if there's anything breaking out on the market, you're going to find it on the podcast, the Late Night Vision Show. And then you're going to find the videos and reviews there and here, hopefully as quickly as we can pump them out. So if you are looking for a new optic and you want to talk to me, give me a call, 877-350-1818. OutdoorLegacyGear.com is where you can find the optics. We appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will see y'all next time right here on the HansETX YouTube channel.